Alright, here's a little picture of an ambulance. Never have gotten to ride in one.
Hope you never need to.
They're so cool. Wouldn't it be cool to ride around in one of those?
Now that would be actually cool to do, yes, it would be.
If you're not hurt.
If you're not hurt, that's the thing, if you're not hurt.
I wonder what it'd be like to ride in one.
It's if you're hurt or not hurt.
If you're not hurt.
I don't know.
And you bought an old one.
Well, one thing, if you buy an old one, you have to take the ambulance stuff off of it.
How come?
It's because it's against the law to run a private citizen to own an ambulance. As an ambulance, you know, just like a police car. If you buy an old police car, you have to take the words police off of it. You can still leave it black and white, or whatever color the police car is, the highway patrol car is. But you have to take the lights off of it. You know, the siren and all that. You have to take all that off.
Yeah.
Or they won't let you do it. They won't let you own it. They strip all that off when they put them on auction.
But you could just drive it as a regular.
You can take all the stuff off of it. In fact, the first band I ever played in, one of the guys had an old hearse, and we used to carry our stuff in an old hearse, an old Cadillac hearse.
Well, what did you do with the stuff that held the coffin?
We took all that out. It was all empty in the back. And we just put our amplifiers and our guitars and drums in the back of this big old hearse. It was like a huge station wagon. It was weird. It's black. It was kind of cool back then. It was back in the 60s.
Well, you know, you probably could have added seats to it in the back.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, but we just used it. We had 2 seats in the front.
Right.
Or one big seat actually, which is one big bench seat, and then we drive our cars, and the guy that owned the ambulance, he would drive the ambulance with all the equipment in it, and it'd hold all of our equipment. It was big.
Now that's one thing I never have gotten to do is ride in a hearse.
I haven't either. I mean, not one that's actually being used as a hearse.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I rode in quite a bit, but it was an old black Cadillac.
They have much newer ones though out there.
Yeah.
Hey, a vacuum store.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to check that out.
You like vacuums?
Yeah.
Okay. I know your mom.
Maybe even end up buying one for my mom, because hers is starting to break.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It shut itself off.
Huh. Well, that's something.
My mom told me never to record someone else's TAD number.
No, you don't do that. You don't do stuff like that. Remember, privacy.
Right.
Invasion of privacy.
Oh, lowrider.
Done. Yeah, let's
Try to block them out. Privacy.
That's it. That's it.
Even though I don't like privacy. Do you?
I like it, yes. I wouldn't want somebody taking pictures of me. Just because I thought, you know, it's my personal space.
I like this.
This song?
Yeah.
Me too.
You know, you could probably slip an aftermarket radio with this. How would you get it out?
You have to take this whole big panel off. Then it's like...
Tempt it?
No. You know who that is?
No.
Curtis Mayfield.
Oh.
Yeah. He did Shaft.
You know about all these old bands.
Oh yeah, that's why I used to send the bands. All that stuff was around when I was there.
No, does this car have a locking key ignition?
What do you mean?
Over here.
It locks in. You can't just pull it out. You mean? Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indy 500 tire.
Firehawks. Yeah.
Do they still make them?
Yeah, those aren't that old. They got lots of tread on them.
You can get retreads, I mean.
Yeah, you can. But usually when you get retreads, the white lettering on the tires are pretty worn out by then. So.
You know he's did a
368, 378, 388. It's getting close to $4.
Oh. I feel bad that you have to drive this.
It's all right. It's okay. As long as I get where I need to go and it's safe, I'm fine.
Well, even you said in your text that safe.
Yeah, it's a safe car. I wouldn't be driving if it wasn't safe. I wouldn't be taking you in it, of course, if it wasn't safe.
Right. I understand. What would you be doing with it if it wasn't safe?
I'd probably just drive it just for me by myself, and that's all.
Well, what would you do for your client?
Well, that's the problem. I don't know what I'd do then, because I don't have the money to buy another one. So I guess I'd have to have everybody come to my office, which would be really hard for some people because they don't have cars.
Well, we do. I mean,
you could always come to my office, but I kind of like what we do personally.
Yeah. Ooh, Malibu,
yeah.
And I love the color.
Yeah, I do too. That's
burnt orange. Maybe we should paint this car that color.
They make one burnt orange. They call it pumpkin in this car. And it looks just like burnt orange.
Well, I was thinking get some paint this and paint that, and then paint the exterior.
Yeah. In fact, Gayla, when she found out about the pumpkin one, but it had leather pumpkin, black and pumpkin colored or that color interior too. It was really sharp, but it had a turbo in it too. So we thought about getting one.
Did it do that idle thing that this does?
Sure did.
Oh.
Every one I've been in does this idle thing. I think it's just the way the engine thing.
Mama and the Papa. Man, I know some old people. No offense.
No, hey, I am old. I'm over 60. I'm old. It's okay.
Yeah, hey, you get old.
Yep. I'd rather be that than dead.
Yep, me too. I enjoy living life.
Me too. I still like getting up every day and doing what I do. Well, see, I'm thinking about one of those.
Prius?
Yeah. One of our friends has one. They really like it. And it's getting about close to 50 miles a gallon.
Whoa!
48. Now that right now would be really nice.
So where's your traction like?
There it is. It's on automatically, and when you hit the button, it says track off. So the default is it's always on. You always have traction control. Now the Mazda had stability control too, so it was kind of neat like that.
This actually sounds like a new noise.
Every time I get in here, it seems like I hear something different. So I just try to. I listen. Don't get me wrong. I listen for it to make sure it's okay. And if it's just a rattle or a vibration, I just say, oh well, it's okay.
Yep, that's how we were getting with the Malibu.
Yeah, this is 10 years old.
I don't think my mom would switch for her Sonata for this thing.
Oh no, that wouldn't be a good switch.
Doesn't have Sirius, doesn't have Bluetooth.
No.
It doesn't even have cruise control.
No, it has cruise control. It's right here.
Oh. Because I know the Mazda had it right on the steering wheel.
Yeah, that's why the Mazda.
But the horn sounds better.
Yeah, it's a little louder. But this one's got heated mirrors. It's got heated seats. It's got some nice features.
It just doesn't have manual mode.
No, and it's a 4-speed, so I think that's one of the reasons. If it had 6-speed, it would be better gas mileage too.
Ooh.
$200 million.
Too bad that's not you getting it.
No kidding, that'd be cool.
Car?
I would definitely be.
Buy yourself a house?
Yeah, that's what I would do, actually. Okay, now remember though, with your camera?
Yeah.
When you're with your mom.
I know.
Okay, just want to make sure you remember.
Yep, I remember.
Very good.
It's too bad I can't actually come and live with you.
I know.
I would just get so much more freedom, I think.
I have rules. You saw my rules.
Yep.
Yeah, I have rules.
Which I have been following.
Good for you. Good for you.
Do you feel weird for having to follow them?
Me? No,
yeah.
No, I think they're good. That's why I had them. Jason, for me, like I said, anything I ask you to do, I'll do myself. Except for my instead of going to school, I go to work. I work hard at my work. You work hard at your school. That's your job.
What did you have the base on?
Right in the middle, just like that. And I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't use drugs.
Well, I would never do that.
Good.
Okay, I'm thinking about smoking someday, but not at this age.
Yeah, don't ever start. I can't think of one good thing that comes from smoking.
I just like the smell of the cigarette.
Do you?
Yeah. Is that what it tastes like, or?
No, it's honestly, cigarettes, you have to make yourself get used to it. And anything you have to make yourself get used to is not a good, there's something wrong there.
Kind of like the paper.
Yes, yeah. And with your, they call it obsessive type of,
right,
compulsive, obsessive things, if you started smoking, it would be very, very hard to quit.
PT Cruiser.
Yep. So that's why I think with any bad habits like smoking, drinking, drug use, don't ever even try it. There's no good things that come from it.
No, I'm not doing it. If someone comes up to the door, I'm not doing that. I'm just not going to even answer the door.
Very good.
Ooh, Honda. Why don't you see if we'll trade you?
That'd be nice. I would take a Honda. I like Hondas. Although look at his back wheels. They're not. They're kind of sitting like that.
What does that mean?
It means they're not in correct alignment, four-wheel alignment.
So you would have to get that fixed?
I would, because what happens? What do you think would happen to your tires like that?
I don't know.
When they're sitting at an angle like that, the inside wears faster than the outside because they're at an angle. So your tires don't wear evenly.
Does it on this car?
No, these are lined up. This has four-wheel alignment. When we got the Michelins, we had four-wheel aligned.
For free?
No, it cost $100.
It shouldn't have to cost.
People have to make a living, though, Christopher. That's how they make their living.
Yeah.
Whenever you start to work, you'll want to get paid for your work. That's fair. You get paid for your work. It's got to be reasonable, though. I wouldn't pay $200 to have it aligned.
If you wouldn't have stopped, you would have hit him.
Yeah, if I was watching him.
Now, where's the airbag located?
It's right in here. It pops through there.
Was it ever deployed on this car?
No, when she hit that was weird. You know, when she hit the deer, it didn't deploy the airbags. Which is, I thought surely it would have, but it didn't. She hit it pretty hard.
You know, I'm wondering if that could have started the idle thing.
No, it was doing it before. It was even doing it when we first bought it. And I thought, well, you know, it'll even out. But we drove, when we bought this one, we drove three different colors and stuff.
Right.
They all did the same thing. And then I've driven about three more since then. So I've driven 6 total PT Cruisers. Every single one of them is idle like this. And when I took it into the shop and talked to them about it a couple of times, they say it's just the engine. We can't. It's not a problem. It's just the way the engine runs. And so I started reading about it on the internet, and that's what they said on the internet. The engine, PT Cruisers has a little, what they call it, a skip or something in the idle. But it's not broken. It's just the way they run.
I'm wondering if giving it a little revs would.
Yeah, when the revs go up a little bit, it smooths out.
I would do that.
And it's harder on the engine though when you do that, and it also uses more gas. And if this idle was hurting something, I would tell them to set the idle up higher so it rev faster. But it doesn't, so I just don't worry about it. I just know that it's okay. It's just the way it is. They're going to change the Santa Fe, I think, next year to a new model, to a new style.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that'll be good because that's been the same way for a long time.
Is there any way to change this to, like, Celsius?
Probably, but I don't know how. I don't really know how to set it.
Is there any way in the...
There you go.
Oh, so it's 21 degrees Celsius.
Or, to turn it off. Or 69 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right. And it says we're going east.
East, yeah. I do like that. That's kind of neat. Does your car have that in it?
Yeah.
Good.
It doesn't have the temperature.
Oh, it doesn't?
It's mounted into the radio.
Oh, okay.
So our car's a little bit different.
Yeah. But I like knowing the direction just in case you ever get turned around and you go, whoa, it doesn't feel like, this feels like east to me. You know, sometimes...
Does it have HomeLink? Huh. Because I have another model of this with HomeLink.
They probably do. There was one model above this one. This is like the next to the top of the line.
Is this a base model?
No, the base model doesn't have the heated mirrors or the heated seats or leather. There's like there's 3 or 4 levels. This was the one right next to the top. The top one had a turbo on it. And we didn't get that.
What size turbo? Engine?
It's the same size of engine. This one has 150 horsepower. The turbo had 205 horsepower.
Wow.
Which would have been nice. But we didn't get in.
Even that makes a weird noise.
Yeah.
If this was my car, I would get all of it fixed.
You would?
Yeah. Get the correct hood and windshield for it. Have the idle raised up to 3,000 RPM.
It would be pretty high then. Because usually idle's about 900. Maybe 2,200 or something like that. Maybe.
Or have it idle directly on the one.
Maybe that might help. That might be enough to make a difference.
So do you have a... Yeah, you have a click thing.
Now this one has an overdrive in it.
Where's it at?
Oh, it's in the transmission linkage. What it does is when you get to a certain speed, it kicks it into overdrive, which makes your mileage better on the highway. That's why it jumps from 19 miles a gallon in town to 28 on the highway, because it's in overdrive. Older cars, a lot of older cars used to have overdrive.
You know, our Malibu might have had that.
Maybe. It may have had that.
Because it always, when you accelerated, it accelerated a little higher. So it may have had overdrive.
May have.
I never looked at the transmission because it was sealed.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't know it unless you know, you read the manual or something on it. Because I didn't know this one had overdrive, and I was reading the manual one day. It said it has its 4-speed overdrive. But well, that's cool. Something like that.
Now, what kind of transmission did you have put into this?
Well, the one that came with, it's a 4-speed automatic.
What brand?
Chrysler. Chrysler is the best.
I thought you said you had 2 aftermarket.
On the transmission?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I know what you're saying. We had a module put in it for the transmission, which I don't know what brand it was, but it was the transmission on these cars are electronic, and yours too. And they have a little computer module that tells it when to shift, how to shift. Yeah, see, there's a convertible.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. But there's no storage space in that one. But the transmission module was an aftermarket one, so I don't know what it was. Probably Muncie or something.
How did the garage door get shut?
I guess your mom did it. She was going to go out again, I think.
Unless my dad's not home. Then we'll have to break one of the windows to get in.
And we'll just ride around a while longer. We're not going to break a window.
This isn't my house. Well.
Yeah, I mean, you can break your window in your own house if you want to, but I wouldn't advise it. You know how expensive your windows were that you had to replace. They're expensive.
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake.